Good evening, folks, and welcome to Channel 8 News Broadcast. And today's social issue is based on the new Jim Crow movement. The new Jim Crow movement is named Juan Crow, and it is the de facto segregation, discrimination, and racism against Hispanic, Latinos, and Central Americans in the United States. In June 2004, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security initiated a policy of detaining women and children, asylum seekers in detention centers across the country, instead of releasing them after arrest, because according to them, they posed a threat to the national security. However, many detention facilities are run by private for-profit prison corporations, meaning that their operations are much more transparent than federal or state institutions. Therefore, more things go undercover, and we do not see what happens behind closed doors in the prison, in these institutions run by private profiters. These institutions make profit from each immigrant detained. For example, in the case of Maribel, she's a Central American mother of 3 who suffered from domestic violence in Honduras. Her ex-husband threatened to kill her, but that wasn't the moment why she wanted to come to the United States. She decided to come to the United States because her ex-husband sexually assaulted her infant daughter, and realizing that this man was no good for her or her family. In addition, she was being hunted by her husband's enemies because of the actions her ex-husband had committed towards these enemies' families. And Maribel decided to flee Honduras into the United States, and within that time, she was able to find a new partner. So her new partner and Maribel and her 3 children left Honduras and went to the United States, and they arrived to Texas in January 4, 2015. They were immediately arrested by DHS, and they sent the Maribel and Guillermo into 2 different centers in Texas and south of Texas. They were never reunited again, and Guillermo was incarcerated for 9 months in the South Texas Detention Center, which is run by Immigration Control Enforcement, ICE. This detention center is run by a private institution called GEO Group, and Guillermo applied for asylum and was unsuccessful and was deported in September 2015. The families and friends questioned the whereabouts of Guillermo, and the last update they had gotten was that he disappeared in San Pedro, and they presumed he was dead. For Maribel's case, she was held by DHS in January 4, 2015 until the day she bonded out of the detention center, which is set up as a prison. ICE kept Maribel in T. Don Junto Residence Center in Texas, and basically this center is built as a prison. It has concrete steel walls and wired wires. The employees that are in this detention are from the private and profit prison company. So soon, and a movement Maribel did was that she started a hunger strike, and that's what caused her to be moved into a different facility, and left asylum seekers with the questions like, why are we being treated like criminals, and why do we get disciplinary write-ups when we're seeking aid inside the detention? Asylum seekers are only trying to have a better future for their families and themselves. Now, featuring Cindy.
Thank you, Libet, for your insight. Just like Maribel's case, there is many immigrants that come here and seek refuge in the United States. Many refugees describe that facilities in which they are placed as icebox, typically overcrowded, extremely low temperatures, and children and adults often sleep on the ground or standing up. The process has changed throughout the years, but it has still been kept under the private institution's control. Many times, immigrants have no control or say over the process and may or may not receive any asylum interview. Whether or not they receive this is up to the officer in charge of their area. When they get asylum interviews, when it is not accredited, it is up to the judge to ask questions and determine whether or not the officer's findings are credible. If he determines that it is not credible, the proceedings for removal will follow that. There is no hearing, and typically the decision cannot be appealed. Once the decision of the judge has been made to proceed with the investigation, much like in a prison, these people have to pay a bail, but it is called a bond. It can vary between $1,500 to $8,500. This excludes children. These detention facilities that they are kept in are in charge of feeding, clothing, transportation, policing, and monitoring. And these facilities do not care about the individual, but they care simply about the process. And these facilities, because of their race, origin, sexuality, and class, they are discriminated against and treated as criminals, when in reality they are innocent people, not criminals trying to better their life in the United States. In the United States alone, in 2015, 67,340 children without their parents came into the United States through the US and Mexican border, costing the taxpayer in America an average of $100 per child a day.
Thank you for watching our news broadcast channel, and we'll see you guys next time, and good luck on finals.
Good luck,
Thank
y'all.
you.